Okay. Okay. Let's see if we can find this. It says it's live on YouTube. Are you going to share it the right way? So click the share button.
Hang on, I've got to get it up on the full screen.
No, you don't need it on the full screen. Wow. Hello, Debbie. How are you? Oh, volume on the iPad. There we go.
Share now, share.
Um,
Send in messenger.
yes. Getting there, Debbie. I'm getting there. Hello, Pam. How are you? This is what we did last night. Looks okay. For not being 100%. I didn't sleep well last night. Okay, so tonight we're using On Safari.
Someone may not have done a Facebook post today either. Have a bit busy going on.
I've got a piece of craft. And then I've got a heap of stuff. Let's have a look at what Quentin grabbed. He ducked past the shop and grabbed some stuff.
Guys over on the tube. Hello, Nye.
Hello, Di. How are you? Hello. Oh, get rid of that off this screen. Hello, Sandra. I'm glad you're good. Debbie. Oh, sorry. I haven't tested myself yet. Let's have a look at the papers. Are they in order? That would be the $1 million question. No, they're not. So On Safari. So this is paper 1 over the pile of stuffs. And then it's not paper 2. This is paper 2. I don't think we're fussy cutting.
Debbie had a safari slot tonight.
Paper 3. I love these to finish myself. Oh, well, there you go. Hello, Tash and Karen. Hello, Mary. And then paper 4. Paper 5. Paper 6. I love the leaves for the easy. Yeah, I'm a cheater. Okay, what have we got here? He's grabbed us lots of A4 stuff. So we've got, oh, I love these too. These are the vellum fussy cuts. The flowers. Now, the flower in Peace and Joy is a bit oranger than this. And then what else have we got in vellum? So we got the animal print. And then we've got elephant print. Elephant skin. And then we've got that watercolour, flamingo watercolour that's the back of paper 1 or one side of paper 1. And see, it does go really well with the flamingos. And then we've got the green, that watercolour-y green. And then we've got, there's a lot of vellum of this one. And then we've got the leaf print that I made. And then let's do rice paper. So then we've got like the leaf print with the nice motley watercolour behind it. And then we've got the animal print from paper 2 with the watercolour behind it. And then we've got zebra. And then the creative builders, we've got flamingos, zebras and elephants. So yeah. What else we got? So we've got the elephant colour cut. So there's a big elephant in there. What other colour cuts do you bring home?
How is the vellum used, Debbie?
Just like a piece of paper. Use it just like a piece of paper.
You didn't fill on work with it.
Yes, I filled in words with it. I've used it. You just got to think about the way you stick it. Hello, Lee. Yeah, you've just got to think about the way. What did you typed in 0.64 for?
Because I copied the wrong thing. So I've deleted that comment now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He's a doofus of a man. Yeah, just like a piece of paper. Maybe we'll try and use a piece of vellum tonight. These are the florals, on Safari florals. And these are the big cats. So the little lions and leopards and things. What else have we got? Oh, we must be out of some of the others. And then with title cuts, we've got on Safari and wide open spaces. Like you can fill these words with it. You could fill the elephant with the elephant vellum. That'd look really nice. We've got a zoo. And a zoo in another size. So 2 sizes. Adventurous. The elephant. And then the zoo gate arch thing. I drew that from scratch. I actually drew that. I knew what I wanted and couldn't buy it, so I drew it. I don't know who packaged that. It's got the front of a flare button stuck to the back of a flare button. That's dodge.
What was stuck to the back of the flare button?
A flare button, half a flare button was stuck to the back of a flare button.
What, inside the packet?
Yeah, in the packet. It's our kids.
Really?
So we've got all sorts of flares. We've got florals and lionesses and the lion couple. And then we've got, you know, the florals and the animals and different patterns. And then we've got the photographic ones, like the papers, like the zebra ones. Like if you've done a zebra experience, that'd be really great. The florals, elephant, big cats, which that one's crooked. I think Amelia might have packaged these from memory. Giraffe and meerkat. People love meerkats. Real textures, the sand and the rock. I love this tree. I do love that tree. Let's put that there.
Maybe saying those sound terrible here.
Elephant. So there's a different elephant that's got the other skin because there's two. There's a brown skin and a grey skin. Well, there's 2 of that tree. There's a lion, an animal print, another tree thing. Oh, I don't like that one. That elephant. But yeah. Let's give it a try. I like the word adventurous. Let's see how we go. Oh, and maybe we might try maybe the florals. I don't know. I've got a piece of craft card here. And it doesn't really go with that, does it? That's okay. I'll do something. Brain is not functioning at full whack. Oh, I had a thought about, you know, some statistics some figures I needed to know for the store. I thought about them all night. That's why I didn't sleep. And then I spent the morning on that. I got up early and did that this morning. And then I couldn't really sleep this afternoon because I had another thought about something else I needed to do. Just not capable of doing a particular amount, which is driving me nuts.
Well, I had one this afternoon.
Yep. We've got a dead car in our carport. Not ours, not my Pathfinder. We've got a car in the carport that's in a bad way. Meant to be in a bad way, and it's just someone's hooked the fuel lines up in the wrong direction.
So maintenance creates maintenance.
Maintenance creates maintenance. Yes, that's something we've always... Maintenance for the sake of maintenance. You've got to be careful where you take a vehicle to. Right, so we're going to do... Let's do 2 4-inch photos. No, we're when you've got photos and you've got your husband to take the photos of you and the kids, and you're at a zoo or something, and the kids have turned out to be the size of like ants, you know, and you've got to cut out 1,000,000 acres of background. I'm going to do a couple of those photos. I've got 2 4-inch photos, and then let's cut a little 3-inch one, and we'll make it a little bit of a
2 4x4s, 1 3x3.
Yeah, let's see what we can come up with there, hey? That's a challenge. I'm going to try and use a piece of vellum. Maybe adventurous. Like that tree. I don't think these florals are going to work. But then we could probably bust out the elephant, because we've all been to Australia Zoo and got them elephant photos from Australia Zoo, haven't we? We do. So let's write on our fake photos. I think Quentin's building a kit.
Yeah, I just started talking Saturday night.
I think my handwriting's a little better today, not by much. Still not looking forward to trying to decipher my notes from yesterday. What do you think? We sort of put 2 photos there like that, and 3-inch. And my pencil's getting very small. I think that's not helping my situation. Thank you. I think my area feels enclosed. It feels like everything's a bit closer. I think that's me. Let's sort of do like that.
Oh, it's 11th today.
Okay, I'm coming back. Hello, Diane. How are you? Oh, yeah, feeling a bit rough still. I had some but never used it. There you go. Hopefully you use it now, Debbie, and we've answered your question. Ooh, that's a bit bright, isn't it? Hello, I watched the video of last night's page. Loved it. I love the safari. Looking forward to seeing the class night. See what you do. Thank you, Cheryl, and welcome. Thanks, Debbie. Thank you, Diane. Love the gate. The gate is great, isn't it?
Told us not to overdo it.
Okay. Sorry, Di. Yes, thank you, Di. Quentin does sound terrible, doesn't he? And he's had this longer than us. COVID breath, that's for sure. Yeah. Naomi and I are in fear that, you know, we're going to be sick for ages. The grandparents had a bit of a blue this afternoon. One wanted to pick Amelia up tomorrow to go shopping, and the other one didn't. So, yeah. I had to adjudicate the blue on the phone. It wasn't really a big blue, but, you know. So now they're buying her something while they're out shopping, and I'm not allowed to comment.
Oh, my word, Lord.
Yeah.
She does not need any.
Yep. It's your parents, not mine. Mine's just reneged on getting an assessment done on herself, so it's okay. We're back to square one. Geez, there's a lot in these packs. I do cram a lot in these packs. See, I've got a bag of... These have to be mine now because I've touched them with COVID. I've got a bag of the Day to Remember colour cuts, and they have to be mine.
Oh, yeah.
If you're doing me a Day to Remember retreat, just as a piece of perspective,
I need to get a gate.
just for a perspective thing, in the horse pack, that's the size of the horse. So it's bigger than the elephant. That's the horse in the horse pack. I'm loving doing huge colour cuts at the moment. Oh, I hope you guys love my huge colour cuts, but I'm loving doing But I do little things. I've got little cardy things in the pack as well. It's like card makers and scrapbookers. So your card makers have just got to give the big elephant away, or you've got to do a scrapbook page to make me happy. Card, yeah, we could make a card. And the one with the frame in, the everlasting set, just as a piece of perspective with everlasting, this is the size of your frame. Oh, I could use this on this. Oh, better not. He's going to skin me if I do that. But yeah, they're mine now because I've got COVID and I've touched them. So they're mine. He can't take them back off me. They're mine. So yeah, that's
Right. Okay.
No, I don't know about that. I think that's a bit naff. Maybe there. I don't know if I've used this set of elephant colour cuts before. Oh, looks like it's... No, that's wrong. Okay. Not quite all of us have been to Australia Zoo. Weather in Queensland was crappy when we thought we would go. Oh, Karen, every time we go to Australia Zoo, it rains.
Yeah.
We've bought quite a few Australia Zoo rain ponchos.
That atrium got wet just about every time.
Yeah. We've had a little tiny baby. I've been there pregnant thinking I had a fair bit of time to go. And had a baby not very long afterwards. Not very long at all. And got wet. It rains whenever we go to Australia Zoo. And it could be a bright sunny day and it just pours. So now, the last time we went, Amelia was a lot younger. No, we forgot the brolly that time. But when we went and she was a newborn baby, we actually chucked the brollies in the bottom of the pram just in case. And yet, sure enough, it rained. We're over at the Meerkats, a million miles from anywhere, and it rained. And one of the staff actually picked us up in his buggy because we had a little baby. And these other people tried to catch a ride. And he goes, no, you guys are fine. You got raincoats and you don't have a little baby. She's gorgeous. So, yeah. Bill's going to Werribee Open Range Zoo. So it will be lovely to see them more in the open this year. That'll be awesome, Debbie, won't it? You need to get a gate, definitely. Not very good at putting my thoughts down on paper or email, but I'm good to going to try. How yeah. Which makes yeah. It's changing after you guys. Me that the classes have really been helping me. Yeah. Whether I have purchased a kit and followed along, I'm really. A lot of people, Sandra, have budgeted it in. I have to say, yeah. But, yeah, it was time. 3 years was time. Unfortunately, it's not something I wanted to do to have to charge for the classes. But it's only 2 of the classes a week. There'll still be 2 classes a week that are free. But it did get to be time. Yeah, she's caught something.
It's like 10-foot long brown snake.
Missy's outside and she's caught something. She's not meant to be outside. Love the new colour cuts. Thank you, Debbie.
What have you got?
Huge card with huge colour cuts. Oh, that's a good idea, Karen. Yes. I can't wait to see you use the horses. Oh, dear. Now you've challenged me, Pam. I'll have to find the photos of Quentin with Napada when he was little. Napada was Quentin's horse. What colour was Napada?
What's that?
What colour was Napada again? Brownie blacky colour. That's the other horse. I've got other colour cuts coming for Napada's colour. There you go.
Getting rid of the very big legless lizard that looked like a snake.
Oh, okay, she's got a big legless lizard. To have another sleepover. Yeah, Debbie. Hello, Tony. How are you? I hope you understood my garbled message deep in the throes of COVID earlier in the week that I wouldn't be at work on Wednesday for you to ring me. Tony was going to ring me on Wednesday, and yeah, I went, I don't think I'm going to be at work on Wednesday.
Chickens have got some extra protein.
Okay. So I think if we put it this way so that this leaf is sort of pointing up, I think that looks okay there. And that's up. Because I think when this one's going down, I think it looks upside down. But I think it looks up that way and that way. Yeah, that's me. I'm a bit nutty like that. And I'm thinking, so this is the leaf print vellum. So Naomi's just coming up from having a shower and putting on her her creams and that, and brushing her hair and getting herself organised in her PJs, and Amelia's still eating dinner. Naomi's going, please tell me you're not still eating that dinner.
Hello, Tony. Tony's been down to Gladstone today.
Oh, have you? Just got home from Gladstone, left home at 8 a.m. Been organising the new speedway at Banana. Oh, awesome.
Is there a new speedway at Banana?
We're just not in it, Quentin.
Yeah, I knew they were building one out there eventually.
So just, well, the showgrounds is used so much now as a caravan park.
Yeah.
It's the cheapest place to stay with a caravan in town, apparently. Oh, gone a bit awry. So I'm just tearing on one long edge, right? Just tearing along one long edge.
Okay, yeah, I need a bit of an update about what we've got.
So this is 73688. I'll just give you the code. How's that, my dear?
All over this one.
These are handy, like when you're doing mixed media too, these strippy bits. I'd give them to her over there.
That's
Naomi's
the leaf
just-
vellum.
Yes. And let's tear one short edge. But yeah, a lot of people are opting for the monthly subscription for classes for $20 to get 8 classes. It's in a group. It's going to be easy to find the classes in the group each month. It is going, we'll still put the link in the live notification messenger group, but you won't be able to access it unless you're in that class.
Yeah, they won't be on YouTube.
They won't be on YouTube, those two, which is not great for us, but it needed to happen. We needed to get a bit more organised.
What colour cuts have you grabbed there?
Elephant. And I've got an adventurous word, a small one. I think there's a bigger adventurous word than this. Okay, so we're gonna put that aside momentarily and get a piece of number 6. And we're actually gonna make like a double matty thing for this. Okay. What's the matter?
Well, Cheryl just finished eating dinner after an hour of having it.
That hasn't been an hour.
Very
No, it's
close-
nearly an hour.
Very close to an
Nearly an hour.
hour. She didn't eat all her potato or zucchini, though.
In 12 minutes' time, it'll be an hour.
Well, if she ate it all, it would be an hour.
Oh, we'll just talk about it. Hey, there's
We had
nothing
pumpkin
here.
risotto for lunch, and she goes, I'm not eating the pumpkin. I'm like, yeah, you are. But I don't want to eat pumpkin.
No, she said it was too sweet.
It's too sweet.
And
Oh, I
then
can't
Cheryl
eat the
said we
pumpkin.
had
It's
any
too
ice-
sweet for me.
And then she had to look it up ice cream. What is that?
Yeah, then she wanted ice cream for dessert at lunchtime. You know. But the pumpkin was too sweet for her.
I understand the pumpkins are too sweet.
She's a feral kid. Okay, so what we're going to do is, we want to take these 2 4x4 photos and we want to map them together, right? So we want to map them together as one unit. So we want to have like our 8th all the way around. So we're going to do like 4 1/4 this way, wide, top to bottom. And then we add these 2 together and they're 8. So we could do 8 1/4, but then we need to add the 1/8 of an inch on that we want the gap in the middle. So we've got to add that on. So if we wanted them like that, joined up, we'd have 4 1/4 by 8 1/4. But if we do 4 1/4 by 8 3/8, which is a quarter plus an eighth, we'll get a little gap in the middle. And we're going to use paper number 6. Don't look at the back. Oh, I looked at the back, didn't I? I love those leaves. I love it. So paper number 6, we're going to cut a 4 1/4 inch by 8 3/8 piece. And then from this bit down here, we'll just cut a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 just to accommodate our little photo down the bottom. I don't think we're using those. Oh, Clinton, you're just a terrible sounding creature. So if you missed what the new class system is, each month there'll be a class group. The class kits the package of 4 kits will still remain the same at $60. Individual kits will be $20 and they'll have access to the class group. If you buy the full package, you just get the class group for free. And when you, I like that. When you, so the class groups will have, there'll be a new one each month. A lot of you have started getting your automated emails. It takes time to set these things up. So I now know what lead time I need to get things to set up. I do have, so the class subscriptions for April and May will go up early next week because I've got someone that wants to pay for 3 months. So they won't have their final picture, but they'll have sort of a roundabouty of what the picture's going to look like on the class group because someone wants 3 months. So they only have to pay 4 times a year. So let's make this piece of vellum like let's do about 6 inches wide by about 10 inches long. That's about 10 inches there. Yeah, I'm going to tear it. And so, okay, so who sewed before? A heap of you sewed. Hands up if you were a sewer. I've been a sewer since I was like 2 years old. Or maybe younger. Actually, I was a bit younger. I used to stitch buttons for my grandmother. That's what she used to get me to do, was stitch buttons on things. Probably quite badly, but I did it. All fabric and paper and vellum has a warp and a weft. So it tears better one way than it tears the other way. You know what I mean? Like, so when you when your husband comes to you with a little tear in his work pants and goes, "Can you fix?" And you go, "Well, I'd probably sew one of our kids a wedding dress, but I'm not going to fix a pair of work pants," and you put your foot through it, it tears better in one direction than the other. Quentin used to be so mortified. He doesn't bring torn work pants to me anymore. He goes and tries to mend them himself.
Right. I've just got to catch up on a few.
So it is going to tear better. So see how when we came across here, we got more jaggedy. And when we come down this way, this is just trying to tear straight. So I am going to try and get a bit of crookedness here so it doesn't look too straighty straight. Because if I'm not mindful, it's just going to go straight through.
6 by 10, you said you're tearing in here? Or was it 8 by 10?
Yes, Sandra was a professional seamstress. Sandra used to sew wedding dresses and all sorts of stuff. Sandra could have done your mending for you. Yes. Sandra's got some really interesting clients she once sewed for. Let's put it that way.
I've just seen it. The dress, what do you call that? Fancy dress outfit she did when she used to wear the costume party.
Yeah.
Oh, that's more effort than I would have ever done. Are we doing a 6 by 10 beer? Is that it, or is it bigger?
I thought Pam wanted me to use the horses. Pam, you can use the horses. An article magazine, not the same. more than a harming topic, with it being a mental health assist. Yeah. Classes have been great, and it's the connection. Here lurking or catching up.
Karen's asking about the
$20 a month, Ocean, and still lurk. $5 a week, less than a coffee or milkshake. Yeah. I think sometimes to have something that's not that's nice to listen to, that you can just listen in the background when you create too. A lot of people say, because I may buy in bulk. How much is standard postage if I bought 1 or 2 kits? $9.95, Karen.
Yeah.
So if it's less than $1.50, it's $9.95 flat rate postage. We do. It costs us more, but we just do it for $9.95.
Lots of people do multiple orders.
Yeah.
Hold them $1.50, and then they'll buy another item or 2 items and put the postage on it, and then send a message.
Yeah. A lot of people hold until they get to a certain point and then pay postage in any case. Me, says Diane. Diane sewed. Yeah, that's where that was. Yes, I sewed dance costumes. I used to sew Naomi's dance costumes, and then they made us get this lady sew them all, and then I had to repair them. It used to drive me
You
nuts.
still haven't told me the size of the ballon yet.
6 by 10. I already told everyone once. So putting hems up now on a granddaughter's school uniforms while I'm watching. Yeah, well, I was contemplating mending. I probably do need to mend that. I'm going to ask Emma if she can get her mum to mend that skirt. I'm giving away. So when they finish year 2 at Amelia's school, they don't wear the little bike short, the little skirt that's got the bike shorts underneath, the little tiny girl clothes.
They don't wear the elastic ones.
And it's got elastic waist. It's much better for little girls. So I didn't realise that until Monday at a parent information session. And on Wednesday I was meant to go and buy uniforms, but I didn't because I was here feeling rather decrepit. But yeah, I have found someone that'll take, I'm giving all of Amelia's skirts away, but one of them, she's got a rip in the side of it. So I contemplated mending it, but I think I'm going to ask if Emma's mum can mend it for her, because I don't want to mend it, because I don't do mending anymore. Oh, yeah. Don't go grab your man. Ends up costing too much money. Yeah. It's just a budget thing, Sandra, I suppose. So this was meant to be 6 inches high. Yeah. And I think everyone's just got to work it out for themselves with the classes.
Have you got a piece of craft cards last year?
Yes, I told you that at the start. But yeah, we need to be able to feed the kids, and the classes are starting to cost more and more.
The software to run them stuff is...
Yeah. And even though we're kind of been immune, because we've had our online store for so long, we're sort of immune to the new changes in pricing coming, but we're still going to be affected. So I tried to look at it today and just couldn't get my head around it. I'm going to have to, Milton and I are going to have a phone conflab, because we set it up together in his 6-month gap after he finished high school, and we're going to have to work out what we want to do. We're going to stay with the same online store, but we just got to decide which features we want to, if we want extra features on top of what we've already got in the online store. And it won't affect you guys, it'll only affect us. Although they're talking about speeding up our checkout speed as one of the changes. So I'm going to look and see, because I think we've already got that because we're on an older plan. Now I could just stick that down like that, which is dodgy, I know, but it needs more. So see this bottom piece of paper 6, this green. It's a very green page, isn't it? Let's cut it off at. But yeah, so we're just trying to do our best to make it easy for everybody.
I was going with it.
And so we can keep going. We do need to at the moment future-proof the business just a touch. Like everybody. But I will say in those groups, they're not just I think we might try and make them as interactive as we can. Cutting a 1.5 inch strip. So it's 1.5 inches wide from the bottom of paper 6. So we've got a 1.5 inch strip. I've heard that a lot of other stores are trying to do online classes like us, but they're really wanting to charge a lot more. No one's wanting to do free classes. But we'll still do a minimum of 2 free classes a week. Guaranteed. And like this week we've had COVID, but we're still going to make up all the classes we missed. Even though they're free classes, I still think it's important that we don't let you guys down. So I understand how hard change is. Well, like that. What do you think of that?
You really got a flare button.
Yeah, well, I'm not 100% on the flare. And I'm
Not
just.
use paper 6. Well, I'll type down paper 1. Use a piece of paper 1.
No, I'm not using a piece of paper 1 because I've used a piece of paper 6. You all met my dodgy husband. I know about that. What else does it need, peoples? What else does my page need?
Love, baby.
Nope. Nope, 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 nope. 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 I was too busy.
Sorry.
Dear me, it's hot here. It's really hot. You need to turn the aircon.
Les mega season we must cough it up. Something could be a gold watch. I don't know where he ever got that from.
None of you know who Les is. Les was an old guy that was at Clinton's last unit in the army.
Yeah, been in infantry.
The last unit he was in Brisbane in the regular army. Okay, so we're going to cut a 1 inch piece from the side of this. Now, I'm going to tell you what length this bit down here is once we decide what length it's going to be. I think it's sort of reliant on where it sits. Oh, dear.
Slats and smooches, says Lee.
Sorry?
What do you want? Slats and some smooches.
Splats and smooshing. Really? Have to, Mum.
So you've got a 1 inch green strip now.
We could try our Lost Shadow. Couldn't we? We could do some more with our Lost Shadow. It is a lovely neutral grey. God, that kid's on that exercise bike again. Want to kill herself. Oh, she's so upset. We went for a walk. Oh, we took Amelia. It was a big mistake. It wasn't a mistake. It was just she didn't stop talking. We went for a walk around the block. Naomi and I did, just around our block. And not the suburb, not the sub-suburb, just the block. And Amelia did not stop talking. But the cat didn't come with us, so we felt blessed. Because Missy didn't turn up, because usually she tries to come on the walk and that sort of thing. Okay. So let's use some more shadow. Let's use some of the Distress Spray Stain and some of the Oxide ink. Let's move these things out of the way so we don't get smoosh and flat on them. So maybe we'll do a little bit of smush with the ink pad, and then we'll flick on some of the spray stain. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these pieces and kind of put them somewhere. I'm going to sit that one up on my iPad. Just on what? Have we? It's still discounted? It's not meant to be. Whoopsie. There you go. This is not
Cheryl's just saying that she's gonna wait and see what the new system is and work with us. That's fine.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's about you guys what suits people. And a few people have said because you only have to buy one kit to get access as well. So the kits aren't $16 anymore each. They're $20 if you buy one, and then you get access to the group for that. So you could either pay $20 and get a kit and access, or pay $20 and just get access.
Okay, Sandra, obviously. Yeah. Sandra got her email today for goodies. Saying that it was due by the 11th.
No. Oh, I don't know what. You know, they don't put due dates on everything. I don't know why. Oh, you should have got that on Thursday, that email. Whoops. You never know what goes on. Okay, so I've done a couple of splat downs with the Lost Shadow in the Oxide ink. And then I spritzed it with a little bit of water, not too much. And then we're just going to get rid of the square shapes, the lines. We don't want it to have lines in our smushing. And spread it out a bit. We don't want it too puddly in one place. Oh, that's better. And we're just going to do. Oh, there we go.
I'll let you know next week, Sandra, when we're posting everything out. Just got to hit the ground tomorrow.
We've got to be COVID negative before we can post our product. Yeah.
I don't want to make anyone else.
And we're almost at the deadline to get the retreat kits out. We've got a week behind with our retreat kits. So we're going to be working really hard this week. So we can't manufacture any product and we can't pack any orders until we're COVID negative. I know other people would, but that is just a rule we've set in place. So, you'll see this sort of dry. What had Kevin done? Kev done?
You know the pile of grey bins?
Yeah, and he knocked him over again.
Yeah, but he had them everywhere.
Oh, and he pushed him around.
Yeah.
Kev's the robot vacuum, by the way.
would be the best way to store that good grade. Like a cone-shaped bucket. Oh,
They're a pot plant.
that
Holder.
plant holder bucket.
Yeah, you hook them on a wall.
Oh,
They're a
right.
pot plant holder. This is a pot plant.
What
holder.
about 30 centimetres tall?
Oh, not that 20 centimetres tall. They've got a big sort of hole, a loopy thing, and you're meant to hang them on a hook system on the wall and set pots in them.
Will we use black and white if we don't have wash shards?
Oh yeah, that'd look good. That'd look really good, Lee.
Sounds like we need to get out the black one. Yeah, Cheryl.
Yeah.
I really dislike black one. When I was in the railway, I used to have to share an office with a planner for a while. And he used to blend 20 me every second day. One day I just snapped it and threw all his blend 20 in the bin.
Oh yeah.
Blend 20 has a purpose, but
Yeah. Now I can use my vellum pieces as mounting papers instead of cardstock paper. Yep. That's okay, Sandra. You know, Sandra, there's and anyone else that hasn't paid for their extras.
no, Sandra paid today.
Yeah, there's not a lot of rush. I wasn't. Yeah. I'm going to try and do the the invoices tomorrow for the colour cuts that I put up yesterday in the A Day to Remember retreat group. That's the exercise bike. Yeah. Yeah. That'll do that. So second lot of slats. What's that?
The kid has COVID and she's riding an exercise.
Yeah, because she's upset because she hasn't been able to swim. What are you looking for? Something to try and fix the exercise bike?
I think there's a few on there.
And then she's lost the lid off my ink. And then
Really needs to hear someone else's voice up in the sons. Have some social interaction.
who's that?
Lee.
Oh dear, I need to hear someone else's voice. Yep, you get social interaction. Yep. Caring for customers, such a wise decision to hold up packing. Yeah. Thanks, Antonia. Yeah, I know other stores don't do the same in lots of industries, and you know. I'll admit, I went to work yesterday and I prototyped some product. There was mask wearing. It's our premises. No one else was there, but we were careful. We didn't go anywhere near anyone's product. We didn't actually go out into the front of the store. Oh, I did. I turned Kev on, the cleaner. Kev the back end.
Kev made more of a mess than cleaning.
Yeah, well, he always makes more of a mess. Milton bought him for us for Christmas. He thought it'd be funny if Kev cleaned up all the bits of Lego and Barbie shoes in someone's bedroom, but yeah, which didn't work. Yeah. Start putting myself higher than I used to. Yeah.
Is the slats the same colour as the
Yeah. So I've used the same colour, but it comes up. So from the distress ink, this is how it comes up. And a lot of distress inks will come up sort of this light paley colour. And then the spray stain, because it sort of sucks in, it's more of a transparent dye, it sucks in to the paper a bit more, it comes up darker. But they are the same colour. It's just they have a different effect. There was no right or right, yeah. Yeah. It's nearly 1,000 classes. But you could use a different colour. Like, don't get me wrong. I kind of like how I bought 2 products from the same range. And I got paint as well. We bought the paint as well. Naomi. She's used these more than I have. But they work together because they're the same colour, but because they're different products, like different chemical makeups or chemistry makeups, they because they're not chemicals, but the chemistry in making them is different. It means that they work, but they're different. I get contrast within the project. Oh, crap. Well, I've overused that, haven't I?
I have another one.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just going to sit this here. Here, you take it over there and heat that. Have it flat. I don't want drips.
Flat on an art desk.
Don't melt anything. Be careful. Don't put it over that paint there. You'll have to hold it flat. He's having issues.
Did people see what I had to work?
Oh,
this
he's got the
creation
wind
has
on.
stuff poking out of it.
Oh. Can I show them?
Looks like the Game of Thrones chair.
It's like it's a tile. Can I? Yeah. Okay, pass me the weapon of mass destruction. It's
a bloody tile.
It's a tile.
I don't know where that came from.
I know where it came from. It's my tile palette. So when you do oil painting and acrylic painting, you can as well. Use a tile, like a glossy tile, and what it does is the paint comes off easy. Like you just peel the skin of paint off and use it. So this is the artwork. But it's got these, so it's a tile, and it is one of my palettes, and it's got these skewers stabbed into it here. This is clay, and I said to her, well, don't go and try and do any art while you've got COVID, because if you get really tired and pass out, you're likely to lose an eye. But yes, made her happy. She did that on Sunday. It is fascinating, isn't it, Cheryl and Lee, how it comes up different. Hello, Bronnie, how are you? Yeah, she's pretty awesome, isn't she, Diane, with her creativity? Okay. Can you give that back? Is it done?
It's 3/4 done. The dots are still wet.
She'll be right.
Now I can put down I'm an assistant.
No, you can't.
Chief cooker.
No. Let's bring this all down here. So let's mat our photos.
She's very clever, yes.
Yeah, she's super clever. Let's cut the middle out of our photo mats. Let's distress. I should have done that before I cut the middle out. We're not going to distress the vellum. That ends quite badly sometimes. I do it occasionally, but sometimes it can end very badly. So I'm not a fan. Let's put it that way. So that's that one.
So you know why the digital display doesn't work on our...
Someone disconnected it.
No.
And they stole the batteries for a remote.
No. The little lead that runs down.
Yeah.
From where it senses up
Yeah.
to the... Well, the zip tie that held that on apparently has failed.
In other words, it's been cut off.
Yeah, it's got chewed up in the box.
The zip tie.
The lead.
The lead.
So I've untangled it and pulled it out.
So was the zip tie on the inside or the outside?
Inside.
Oh, okay.
So
I was going to say because...
Zip tie this in. It's a really nice zip tie, but like it's like...
Oh, okay. So the lead to the digital display on... It's
disconnected.
It's a cheap, like
stuff.
$99 Kmart exercise bike. Right, we bought it in 2020 because we needed something for the kids to do, another exercise other than Zumba on YouTube for our PE classes. It was just something else, and Noah was doing fitness for PE at school.
Hey, don't ditch family yoga.
Family yoga.
I remember watching that going on.
Okay. So what we're going to do when we cut this one out, we're going to find the halfway here. And we're not going to crease it. We're going to make a little mark so we can put our thumb here. And then we're going to go, okay, we're going to come across from that a little bit. And come up here. And then we're going to come, so it was there. And we're going to come across this way and do a cut here. So we've got a bridge in the middle. Right? I just wondered because Amelia likes to dismantle part of the exercise bike so that it comes down to a little person size. And I wondered if she'd cut the zip tie in an attempt to permanently shorten said exercise bike. Because she does like to...
She does like to remove the bolt that holds the seat up, yes.
Yeah, and then she hides the bolt if she thinks that she needs more of a turn. A funny monkey. They've been doing a Barbie-a-thon. So we've watched Fairytopia. I haven't watched them all. I've only watched bits here and there. Fairytopia, Nutcracker, Rapunzel,
Very blessed soul.
Swan Lake. What's that? Island Princess. I think that's all we're up to so far. Oh, and Thumbelina. Oh, they're doing Thumbelina now. But it's been, it's been interesting. Nutcracker's where the Barbie movie franchise all started from. And then it went to Swan Lake. So I'm going to stick this flat. So let's put some tape on here. Did you bring your foam tape home?
I'd love to say yes.
Right, that's a no.
I thought of it and something else happened.
Then something else happened. So let's stick this to our vellum. So when you adhere vellum to a page, you've really got to be careful that you think about how you're going to adhere it. Because if I was to put tape on the back of here in the corner, it would show.
That's quite a bit of a Barbie marathon, yes. That's...
Oh, Tony, we have still got... we watched 12 Dancing Princesses as well. I watched part of that. Well, I was kind of watching that while I was doing some research for something else, some product research on some manufacturing processes, trying to work out how we're going to go about something. Okay, so let's pop this on here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hide our adhesive behind here. You do see it. So you can see the adhesive here. See? Okay, so that's done. And let's pop these two together. In a perfect world, I'd stick them to the max and I'd put foam behind. I didn't remind him to bring foam tape home either.
I did remember it. I just
didn't bring it. Got sidetracked. Cleaning up after the vacuum. Right. So, do we put some colour on our adventurous word? I think we put a tiny bit of colour. Let's put a little bit of oxide and add a little bit of water. Fair bit of water, actually. Let's brush. And let's put a little puddle of extra water here that's clean. We've got clean water and then we've got some water on our. So we're just gonna, you know, dab on some bits. And we're not gonna do it so that we get an even, you know, but we don't want any liney bits. We just want to be sort of dabby, and then let's get a bit more down here that's sort of more solid. And then add it into the moisture. Tap it where it's wet. Wet some more bits. And get some bits that are sort of, so we've got sort of some white, and then some super pale, and then we've got some bits that are a bit darker. And then let's put a tiny touch there, and then just pick up, making sure we've got oxide on here so it's not completely the other way. And then let's just dab on some other bits and pieces. Sorry?
Sandra's just shared how she gets her vellum to stick down without rolling up.
Oh, there you go. How's that? One?
How does she do it?
Yeah.
She uses a roll of tape adhesive and just doesn't really make it away.
Well, there you go. Can you put... You just can't glue vellum on because it wrinkles. It curls, it wrinkles. It's not good for it.
Wash that out.
Glue, because it changes its molecular structure. See, it's a science lesson around here. It's working again. So if your heat tool cuts out, it's a good thing. You want it to cut out when it needs to cut out because it's got hot. It is really hot here. We've got the aircon and the fan on now, but it's still really hot. It's like 7:36 at night and it is hot, hot, hot. So I'll get this to dry a little bit so it's not so pulpy, and then I'll lift it up and show you. Oh, I've got some lines on it. Who cares? Should be right. It's too low. So I don't know if you can see the detail. You can kind of see that it's a bit motley in places. A bit. What about there? You can see it's a bit darker spots down here. There we go. So don't heat your vellum. You've all watched Naomi John heat vellum, and it curls up and it melts. So let's not heat our vellum.
So does
Yeah, Yupo melts. Yupo does definitely melt. And the plastic on these will melt. Just going to get it to dry because I've got the vellum and I don't want it to crimple up. And this will help flatten it out a little. See, calming it down. Still a bit wet there. Should be right. We'll survive. Rightio. So when we put... Let's distress this piece. This was a piece that was 1.5 inches wide. We're going to distress most of it, not all of it. So when we put this on, we're actually going to use... I'm going to apply it sort of a bit khaki-handed. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick our adventurous word onto this green strip. But we're not going to stick down the OUS because that's going to kind of have the photo tucked into it. So... What's the matter?
Just like, I'm going to the blue and he's giving me the rundown and Amelia just runs past us out of the lounge room.
Oh dear. Quentin was just headed to the bathroom or to the toilet, and Amelia, as he was telling Naomi, could she come and scribe for him? Amelia did the mad dash past him and beat him to the punchline. What's that? You're just in the lineup, are you?
So now you've got the correct price now?
No, we don't know if we're finished yet. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to stick our photo on. Just tuck it under there. Let's put tape on the back of that. The kid has more underpants than anyone else on the planet, and he's looking.
Dad stole them all.
Dad does not steal your shorts and wear them. Your father will not get in your shorts. Go and look in your cupboard. No, actually have a look in the cupboard.
Bonnie says it's just hidden this. Don't know what this is about, by the way. Highly new into the context here.
Use a roller. Well, there you go. I don't have a lot of success with roller adhesive up here because of the humidity. Not a fan of roller adhesives. They get chewed up in, like, get stuck up inside because of the humidity around here.
A lot of things aren't like, you know, really right.
Not everything likes the humidity. And then we're going to put this elephant here.
How girls look.
No, I had a
Boys look.
no, I had a boy's look. Yeah. No, he just doesn't want to look in his cupboard. He doesn't want to disturb the neatly placed jumble of clothing.
Actually, no. So he's got it. He's got the jumble, like, slash mess behind a wall on each shelf. But unfortunately, if he takes it from the wall on each shelf, it's all gonna.
The jumble's all gonna fall forward. He just needs to put it away properly. He's lucky I don't feel well.
Well, yeah, very true. Well, I'm with Dad's account, so I should probably rethink about how I'm gonna.
Yeah, you think about how you answer things when you're on Daddy's account.
What do you think about how I reply things on Facebook? I'm a very casual Facebook user.
Okay.
So the things for its page, is it elephants?
Sorry?
Is the thing to tonight's page elephants?
On safari. It's elephants now. I like the green and grey together. I'm not going to distress this edge piece because I don't like distressing the edges of my pages for some reason. It's a bit funny like that. It's one of my many weird idiosyncrasies. There's a few. Okay. So there we go. That's where we're at so far. Stick. Well, I don't want to stick it to the paper photo yet. You don't always have to stick things on your photo. It'll get held sort of flat in the album. Like in the album, that'll hold flat. And it's nice sometimes to have the occasional layout that is flat in your album.
But we still not bought home tape.
No, he didn't bring any home.
Just can't
Like,
trust him.
okay. What do we think of that? Is that straight?
Does it matter?
Kind of does-ish.
Well, I don't know my glasses looks anything straight.
Naomi's eyes hurt when she wears her glasses too much. And she's blind without her glasses. So
It was better than Tuesday. Tuesday I put my glasses on and I felt like I was about ready to vomit. So I didn't wear them for 2 days.
what are you doing? You going in your room to watch that movie? Noah's been watching for English.
Yeah.
English, V for Vendetta. Wouldn't recommend it as a movie.
I don't think you recommend any English movie.
Yeah. Who's your English teacher?
Miss Emsley. She's never had one of us kids.
Oh, okay. We've not had her before.
No.
Is it clean slate?
So that green piece has ended up being just over 9 1/4 inches long. He's going to do more study. All he's been doing is studying. Hey, he's just so studious. He's probably done more study, like this term so far, than some kids are going to do all year.
This is because they have their first practice exam run in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. So he's actually studying for his practice ATAR exams, and he's only in year 11. He's got his first practice exam, so they can place him and work out. So they can place all the kids and work out what extra work they need to do. Can you? Okay, so we're going to put our elephant word. We're going to have to sort of work this out somehow. So I'm going to put this here. The elephant word's going to go there. And that's going to go there.
So we are putting the flare on?
Yeah.
Let me fix this. I think I'm going to fix this bit up too because Dad has
Oh,
made lots of.
so we're going to pop this in here and we're just going to tuck it under so we see a little bit of our vellum above. And this bit's going to end up being not that long because I didn't distress that far. Let's make it that long. So only go as far as I distressed. And it's going to be like just over 3 1/4 inches long. Let's go there. And throw the line. Oh, a big elephant has to get down. So it's all flat. So it's okay to do flat pages. Even I can do a flat page. Even though it doesn't always feel like it's in my wheelhouse. I can do it. It is achievable. It is. Surprised?
Does that fur have an elephant on it, or is it just the tree?
It's just the tree scene one without the elephant. I didn't add the elephant family to this one. It's just this one. I'm going to hold it up. It's that one.
And is that the 6-inch by 1.25-inch adventurous tile?
Yeah. I'll just measure it for you.
And you just double check.
It is, yeah, it's about 6 inches long by nearly 1 1/4. So when you stick on flare buttons, you've got to think this is going to slip around because I've got a slippery glue on it. So I've just got to be a little mindful about what I do with it. I'm just going to make sure my horizon is on the horizon. That's not good. But it does give me a bit of leeway to turn it to get the horizon right. And then I don't want to cut his tail off, that would be cool. I wonder if she realises she's got a free pass tonight because we wanted to sleep in the morning.
She's going to try to sleep staff late anyway. So.
I know, she's a night owl. Okay, so it looks really good, but I think we do need a little tiny bit of greenery somewhere. Let's see what it looks like here. Yeah, that's not bad there. So without the greenery, we've got like 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can leave it, it's fine. Like the design police are not going to turn up and go, oh, your page is not right. You know, no one is going to. And anyone that says, oh, your page is not designed right, just tell them they're not going to look at your pages anymore. Because that's really bad juju. People should never criticize other people's pages. Even when I judge, and I haven't done it for a while, because obviously, for obvious reasons over the last 3 years, even when I judge a show, scrapbooking or card making or mixed media at a show, I'm not critical. I don't believe it's necessary to be critical of other people's creativity. Because there's no wrong answer in creating. You know? I did a class with Heidi Swap once, and I love Heidi Swap. She's a lovely lady. I've met her a few times. Yeah, I've done classes with her pregnant as well. I've done quite a few classes with Tim Holtz when I was pregnant with children. at different stages. But Heidi made a statement, and we were mortified because she was going to use on the scrapbook page brown, like Mission Brown house spray paint at the time. This was years and years ago. This is way pre-Noah. And it's probably like 2004, maybe 2004, yeah. And we, Mum and I were a bit mortified at first, but she explained it really well because so it was for a scrapbook that she used photos in and she put journaling in, but that scrapbook was more of an arty scrapbook where she didn't care what she used. And she full disclosed that things in it weren't acid free, not her products, but things she was using because that's where she experimented and that's what she did in that.
Okay, you're in video.
Can you let me finish? And so, but then she had other scrapbooks that were all archival and like this, everything's, being checked off, tick, 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 that it's all safe to use. And then she had, the photos stored, in fire safe metal boxes as well. And, so she had her photos in so many places. But yeah, but that was her choice to have a scrapbook where she just used whatever she wanted. So there really are what I'm trying to say is there's no rules. There's no hard and fast rules with it. I like to make sure everything is safe in my albums, but your album is your album. At the end of the day, it's yours. Not mine, not anyone else's. No one can pick. There we go. That looks better with the white around it, doesn't it? Okay.
Okay, so we got one piece of Buffalo Craft.
Yep.
One piece of Leaf Vellum.
Yep.
One Adventurous Tile Cut.
Yep.
One Elephant Color Cut.
Yep.
One piece of Paper 6.
Yep.
And a flare.
And a flare. How much?
That's $13.40.
$13.40.
You good with that?
I have to be, or I think it's Diane's going to jump through the video and strangle me, and Karen. I think one of the Dianes and one of the Karens.
Right, so I'm good to
I have been told this week. Monday, I had several phone conversations with some of you, and I was told what I was told off. That's okay. But I just can't keep getting it all away. But yeah. So what was it? $13.40.
$13.40, and I'm just making it right now. And it's pending.
There we go. I think it's pretty cool. So we've got the grey in the background. If you're not a fan of the smoshing, don't smosh. It's a personal preference thing. You might like less, but it sort of broke the background up a little. But making sure it was dry was a really big thing because the vellum would wrinkle otherwise. But yeah, I love these big elephants. I love the elephant color cuts. I love these leaves. And yes, the greens are different, but that's okay because this green is in here, and this green is in here, and this green is in here. So we've got our 3 greens in there. Every time things different and like different things. Yep. Pam loves the elephants. Love the elephants, says Pam. There you go.
Oh, God. I hate Dad's mouse.
Oh.
I'm actually just trying to get to the comment section.
Oh my gosh.
So sorry.
So tomorrow morning at 9:30 in the Creative Family group and on the YouTube channel, I am going to use the rest of my kit from this week, which only started classes last night. A little late. Oh, if you're watching this later, or if you're new here, just a heads up, we have COVID. We're on the tail end. Hopefully we go negative tomorrow and we can go back to work on Monday. Apparently we can go back to work with masks on Monday, no matter what. But that ain't going to happen if we're not negative. But we do have to get retreat kits out. So I'm going to use the rest of my kit tomorrow morning at 9:30, and I'm going to make maybe a cardy bookie thing. But I had an idea. I wonder if I could take my Z-fold card and soup it up. So I probably need to stop thinking about that so I get some sleep tonight. Why is there a dot before thank you? What happened there?
I don't have glasses on. I can't see.
Oh, she doesn't have glasses on. Love the big elephant, says Bronny. Does the zebra pack have a big zebra? Is there a zebra pack of colour cuts? There's not a zebra pack finished yet. I don't think the zebra colour cuts are finished yet, Lee. I think they're a half-done thing. I've got a lot of colour cuts that are finished.
There's one saved in Mum's computer, but I'm not cutting it currently because it's got bits off the moon. So.
What's that one?
The zebra one.
Oh, is that?
It's not finished.
It's not finished. I got one that's not finished. Thank you, Mary. Thank you. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, Pam. The smooshing finishes off the page really well. Yeah. Learn something new every time I watch a class. Thank you, Cheryl. I'm glad. That's the whole point. It's to learn something new and to socialise. Oh, hello, Karen. Love the elephants. Awesome. Yeah, your thing on YouTube split in two, darling.
I know, too many characters. Once again, I'm blending my glasses.
Yep, too many characters. Yes, I will wait. There you go. Lee said she will wait. We will do our absolute best. So this week is post out week for a day to remember retreat kits, but remembering it's actually a week ahead of normal schedule because we've got a in-store retreat on the 24th. So don't forget, next Saturday night is Super Saturday in the store. If you haven't booked your seat yet, it's only $5. So 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. It is an in-store event. I wish we could beam you all in or teleport you in, but Scotty's not on the payroll, unfortunately, so we can't beam you all in. Although the kids do have some quite interesting discussions about what it would be required to create a teleporter that worked, and no one in the family has put their hand up to be experimented on, and the two kids, Naomi and Noah, that are designing said teleporter, they can't be guinea pigs because they're the operators. So yeah, that's the sidestep you probably didn't need to know about our family, but holy dooly. Jacqueline's going to volunteer Maddie Cat. Hello, Jacqueline. Well, we have finished. Thank you, Karen. But yes, so we wish we could teleport you all in for Super Saturday next weekend, but we can't, unfortunately. But I'm really glad that we do have our retreat. We have bumped our retreat schedule out already, but we still want to meet that new bumped out schedule. We'll get there. And yes, we can put the link there.
And I'll fix your kit description as well.
Oh dear. Okay, so I'm going to head off. Hopefully Noah hasn't ate all the ice cream in the storeroom. He's got a spoon in the freezer. He keeps a spoon in a container so it doesn't get dirty in the deep freeze in the storeroom here at home.
I would like to say, someone who couldn't find shorts, he was out there for about 30 minutes.
He was eating ice cream in the storeroom. Hoping there might be a treat for dessert. The ice cream's gone. There you go. Who knows? Thank you, Di's over on the tube. So we'll see you all in the morning at 9:30 Queensland time. Thank you for coming along. Take care. Stay safe. They've said nothing after the teleporter incident.
I'd be quiet too.
I'd be quiet too, peoples.
So we can teleport on the dead laptop.
Take care. Stay safe. Sorry, didn't get the see finished page. I'll watch rerun tomorrow. Oh, here's the finished page here. Oh, I need to show you close-ups. Quickly, I'll show you close-ups.
What's that? It's a dog.
And we'll see you all tomorrow morning. Thank you. They just found the doc they were looking for one of the computers. Take care. Stay safe. Love yous all. Thank you. Bye.
Well, we'll use it.